Hello YouTube, this is the Joystick Player, and I'm coming to you for no apparent reason. As you can see, I have this amazing Outer Tail Frisk background for my tabs. And as you can see up here, we have some websites. Now, I'm going to label this video Storytime. You're probably wondering why I'm labeling it Storytime after I go through my websites. Well, I'll tell you in a few minutes. After we go through, this is my Google Plus page. There's a lot of anime crud on here and some Undertale stuff. Just gonna go through it. I'd appreciate some following. Well, like here we go. Like this one's really funny. The Japanimizing beam. You get that thing, and then it turns to this beautiful anime thing. Oh, the life, internet, and me. Oh, it's not gonna work. Okay, bye bye. Well, that's enough of Google Plus. I remember I made this when I was a little bit younger. It's when I used to have things on here. It had some nice things. This used to be the profile picture when I didn't know what I was doing. Yeah, I didn't know what I was doing back then, and now I do know what I'm doing, which means I should start doing that. And now on a quote, Eve, which, wow, I don't even remember making, I remember making this, but dear God. Oh, that's the one story. Oh, I'm gonna move this. I'm gonna read you this after, oh, Jesus, I joined. Do you guys see that? I joined on September 5th of 3 years ago. Well, this is me. I'm an awesome person who loves video games and anime. Yay! Wow, this was back in the day. This is like 6th grade time, man. This was great. That's when I finally got Sonic for Hire and got the meaning for SLKM. This is my first ever story. Oh, love this story. But guess what? It's not called story time because we're reading this one. Because we're not! No, instead of going to Quote Eve where everybody else goes to write their stories, I've decided. Oh, what's this? Hello. To be continued. Oh, come on. I did not even capitalize that I. Pictures look at you're aggravated, there, you're not aggravated, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so I'm gonna put that covering over here. Now, this is what we're gonna be doing today. What we're doing is going to my fanfiction.com page. I'm gonna put the link in the description below. And since we're already gonna be on 3 minutes, who says I can't read one? But I'm gonna read the one for the audience. That's actually the good one. I'm gonna go around them. See, I got 17 favorite stories. I'm already gonna be writing 2 more fan fictions. This time we're gonna go to the Animal Crossing side. I don't like that, but it's gonna go there. Believe me, I didn't even know I'd be writing about Pokemon ships here. Jesus Christ, I mean, I love how I just came across one image on the internet. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna write a fan fiction about this, and that's all to it. And then it came to more, and then to more, and now I guess I'm writing one with a Gallade and a Gardevoir and a Lopunny and a Lucario, and now I'm going to expand that to. Give me a minute. I drew my friend this picture, and I literally got into great depth about it, but instead I'll go the characters. We got Mary from Animal Crossing. I can't do this. We got Lolly from Animal Crossing. And then we got Rosie from Animal Crossing. And they are gonna be, I'm not gonna spoil it, but I might as well say just a little bit about it. They're gonna be juniors in high school. I've already got their personality set. I'll probably do a little bit more researching. And they are all, and Rosie and Lolly and Rosie and no Lolly and Mary are gonna like Rover and Rover, yeah. So we're gonna have Lolly and of course freaking Mary like this guy because dear God, who does not like Rover? I mean sure maybe his eyes do look creepy now that I look at it, but dear God, come on man, he's the face of Animal Crossing. And then Mary's also going to like. For those of you who play Animal Crossing, you should probably know who I'm typing right now. Because he's actually like on the top 10 for cutest. He's just adorable. Look at that horrible face. He's so aggravated at you. It's beautiful. Now, before internet decides to run any more slowly than it already is, let's read a fan fiction, but we're gonna be reading the appropriate one for you guys. You guys can go here and read this one. Now, just for the frick of it, because I can, I'm just gonna highlight this right over here. Look, this is rated M. We're not reading this one. This has content in there. I'm not gonna, well, forget everything over there. We're gonna be reading this one, the one rated T for teen. Okay? It's kind of rated M due to language. I don't know, language. Yeah, seriously, I don't even know why I added the last part. I have no clue if that's even going to show up there, but okay. The Goliath and his Gardevoir. Because I want reviews, because I want follows, because I want people to love my story, because I want my story to be out there in the world, I'm going to read you my story today, as soon as the internet tries to freaking love. Aw, thank you for loving me, internet. Yay. That's good internet right there. Okay, so I'm gonna go through. I have six, seven. No, got six. Good. The sixth. This should hopefully take me just a few minutes. The rest of the time remaining should be enough for me to finish this whole entire story, including breaking the fourth wall. Now to move my head a little. Wish I could. You know what? How about I hide my face? Give me a minute. I'm gonna pause it. I'm gonna hide my face so you guys can just enjoy it. Okay, so if I'm pretty sure my face is being hid right now, oh, which is good. I just saw it cut off my screen. Screencast-O-Matic, pretty good for free now. So, we're gonna start. One spring afternoon, underneath the cherry blossom tree that old man Blastoise loved so much, I began thinking to myself, what am I gonna do now? The old man was the only family I had, and now he's gone forever. Hey, Gally! A strange voice to you, but not to Gallade, yelled in the distance behind the tree. What is it, Raltsei? Gally had replied. If you hadn't quite realized it yet, which I'm not even going to read that sentence, because, dear God, we already know it's a Gallade and a Ralts. I mean, seriously. It's a Gallade and a Gardevoir. Moving on. Raltsei was running toward Gally, and he had managed to jump. He had managed to run. He had just managed to run to him on his short legs. Just in case you have no clue what they are, we're going to just get them all up because I can. And maybe I can't. You're not going to let me, are you? Love you too, internet. Love you too. Well, it's not. Whatever. Just go search it up, please. Is it true? Raltsei asked. Raltsei, look at that. Grammar error. Thank God reading it to you guys. Nobody point that out. Raltsei asked. Gally's face nearly went white, though technically it already was. How? How did Raltsei find out? Gally, stop spacing out on me, will ya? Raltsei stood in front of Gally now. Is it true? Yeah, it is, Raltsei. Gally had replied with a straight face. He refused to look his little brother in the eye. He didn't want to accept it either. Raltsei then burst into tears, attempting to be a good big brother. Gally sat up and huggingly comforted him. Gally's shoulder was already getting soaked, and I already realized the horrible grammar errors everywhere in this godforsaken story. Moving on. Raltsei's gonna be okay. See, I don't want to have to leave either, but since the old man Blastoise died, got no choice. Gally had spoke the truth to his little brother. He wanted Raltsei to accept the fact that their mother, father, family, and Blastoise were all dead. They were the only Galadian left in the town they lived in, but because they were a little under 18, because I like stories like this, they were going to have to live with somebody to take care of them. Raltsei had been crying so much that he got tired and fell asleep in his big brother's arms. Raltsei, Raltsei, Gally smiled as he started to walk down into the old man's shack. Let me just try to get Ralts up again because the internet seems like it loves me. Yay! Okay, so for those of you who are not aware, this is a Ralts. It evolves into a Kirlia, and then at a level 36, I think, level 34, 36, it evolves into a Gardevoir, which can be both male and female, but in my story is going to be female because, dear God, I do support gay rights, guys, but I mean, seriously, that thing looks like a girl, and it's going to be a girl. And then, if you have a boy, it can only be a boy, you have to give it a Dawnstone to make it a Gallade. And I have to tell you, which is kind of saddening in so many ways, I have all those Pokemon in my Pokedex because I guess I shipped it so bad. Okay. Went back to the old man's shack. We're right over here, Raltsei. Gally smiled as he started back to walk down the old man's shack. Gally had dried Raltsei's body and face from his tears, tucked him in, and let him sleep. It was his only way of coping with what was going on. That night, Gally had been looking at a map to see if there were nearby towns they could possibly live in. They didn't want to be taken far from their hometown and friends that they had made there, but the friends they had houses couldn't hold any more Pokemon people, things, or they would have surely moved in with them. I'm just gonna say it how I put it. It's kind of sad. Gally walked outside the shack to the tree and lay down there for a while, looking up at the bright stars, the black sky, and getting a clear mind that was clouding the beautiful world around him. Love that quote, so beautiful. Just came to me, man. This morning, Gally had woken Raltsei up to take him to the next town over. You ready for this? Lavender Town. Lavender Town, as some Pokemon fans know, is a really creepy town. But in this fanfic, it's beautiful! Hey, author narrator. What's up, Gally? This is my book, right? Yeah, well, stop taking my spotlight! Oh, sumimasen. Go inside. Otakaboo right here. Right there in the sentence. Author! I don't stop. Back to the story. Dang. Lavender Town wasn't that far from the town they lived in. On their way to Lavender Town, they of course passed by some beautiful lavenders, pretty purple fields with butterflies and beauty flies sucking the sweet nectar from the flower, and I could never get a freaking beauty fly in Pokemon Moon. Gally, can I pick a lavender? Raltsei asked Gally. Sure, but why? Gally was curious to why Raltsei wanted a lavender. Okay, now that I'm reading this, I feel like I've done so many horrible things. Like, sure, but why? Gally asked. Gally was curious to why Raltsei wanted a lavender. No! Grr! I really need to change this. This sounds wrong unless people can live with this and like it. I didn't do anything. It didn't do anything. Was it food, water, an attack, a method of defense, or even a way to evolve Ralts to a Kirlia? Well, I remember you saying that Mommy said that a flower could help even in the toughest times. Doesn't matter if it's the biggest or the smallest, just a flower, and I don't even know where all these words come from. They just like spread out on this document. Gally had stopped in his tracks. How could I forget? Mom told me that when Dad died. And even in your deathbed when Raltsei was just a baby. Raltsei, go right ahead. Pick one for the both of us, buddy. Gally said, feeling a sign of happiness fill his depressing heart. He had been through a lot since he was just a Ralts. His mother died when he was just evolved into a Gallade, and his brother was at least 2. Gallade was a teenager, 17 to be exact, because this is going to be a romantic, depressing, awesome, weird story. Of course Gallade was going to be a teenager. His mother had died when he turned 12, the age all Kirlias evolve into Gallades. Or Gardevoirs. Sure, he had a Dawnstone. It had been 5 years since his mother had died, and taking care of a toddler was no fun. Raltsei picked a lavender and continued the path to Lavender Town with his brother, wondering what will happen when they get to Lavender Town. Here's the next chapter, A Scream in the Forest. And guess what? We're gonna read like the first couple sentences, unless I can hurry this up, because we got we're already on 14:14, so let's see what I can do. And then you're reading the rest when you like it. Now where were we? Oh yeah, Gally and Raltsei were walking to Lavender Town. The road to Lavender Town was a little muddy, but at least had a path. You had to go through a forest in order to reach Lavender Town. The way Gally and Raltsei were going, that is. As they continued to Lavender Town, they came upon the forest and were ready to walk in. Gally, I'm scared. There's nothing to be afraid of, Raltsei. Just hold on to me. Give me a minute. There's nothing to be afraid of, Raltsei. Just hold on to me and don't let go. And don't let go of the flower. We'll be okay, Gally said in a cheery tone of voice. The forest was kind of dark since Ned had finally struck the light of day, and now you have to continue this on your own. Goodbye, you two. Tell me in the comments.